Okay, YouTubers, here's a little update to my e-bike build on the BBSHD. Just in case anybody's curious, made some crazy upgrades, and yeah, I don't know why I did them. I just wanted to see if I could do them. But I'm still running on that same BBSHD. She's been running very well. 48 volt battery pack, 18 ampere hours. What I added was a front hub motor, 500 watt Bafang also. Its controller is contained in this box. And operates off of the same battery for power. I also added this rear deck in the possibility of adding a second battery if I want to increase the power or the range. Now, the fun stuff. My cockpit, if you will. Alright, consists of two separate circuits for the two motors coming off of the same battery. But I kept them with two throttles, separated with two throttles, two controllers, so they operate independently. Here are the throttle, controller, and display for the front hub motor, throttle, controller, and display for the second hub motor. So yeah, kind of crazy, but I wanted to see if I could do it. I still have my two front flashing lights, bike lights, and then my GoPro-esque camera clone, which is operating off of a 5 volt supply coming from conveniently from one of the controllers. So let me power this bad boy up. Okay, system 1 is up, and system 2 is up. Like I said, independent control of each motor. Pedal assist is still working from the Bafang. So that is the pedal assist. I'm still cleaning up this wiring, so hopefully it'll be a little neater than this. But the Bafang is still doing pedal assist. That's its speed sensor right there. There is no pedal assist. I'm not using pedal assist function with the front hub motor, so it's just supplemental. But it is totally independent. I did add this, or it did come with, no, it didn't come with. I added this horn and headlight function. Oops. So the headlight is operational from there, and it includes this rear light, which is actually it's a brake light. And turn signals. This is a switch I added here for a future lighting system that I plan to add. So the switch is there, the wiring just terminates. This box right here is just a junction box where I bring most of the wiring in so it can be a little bit neater. So there's nothing going on in there except just wiring and some splices to allow the brakes to activate both the BBSHD system and the front hub motor. So that's really the only part of the system where they're combined in terms of control, it's the brakes. The brakes will disable both motors, but the throttles are separate. As you can see, this thing is ready to go. All right. Let's see. This is basically a bike I bought from Walmart. Like, I don't know, was it now 5 years, 4 or 5 years? So I just recently decided to do this upgrade. It's crazy, but hey, you know, it's unique, and I like to build unique things. I plan to add a better flasher on the back here. That will be, and maybe some side LED lighting, which will be tied into this switch. So that's about it. Why did I do this? I don't know. I wanted to see if I could do it and see what kind of effect it would have on the ride. I will say one thing for sure, it has made the bike heavier. So the bike is about 10 pounds heavier. Let's see, what else? Speed and performance. Okay, well, it's not much faster. I would say it adds about maybe 3 or 4 miles per hour on top of the its top speed. All right, let's just say I can average maybe up to 35 top speed. With the addition of this motor, it's probably more like 38. If I have a nice tailwind, I can get to 40. Not a big advantage. Basically, the BBSHD is much faster than the 500 watt front hub. So after a certain speed, it won't add that much. But activating the front motor does reduce the resistance of the front wheel. So that's probably where I get the extra speed from. I will say this, at low speed though, the pickup is good if I engage both motors. So the hill climbing is much improved. Not like it wasn't bad before, but it's even better now if I engage both motors. And I don't, one of the advantages I was looking at was that, and I have broken this chain once or twice already. And then sometimes it has slipped off. That's why I added this little channel device here to keep the chain in place and keep my pant leg from getting caught in the chain. All right, but one of the advantages here is that if I lose the chain, you know, in the middle of a ride, I'm not stuck anywhere because I still got the front motor, which is operating completely independent. So it's a nice little backup. Yeah. So, and if I'm operating on pedal assist only and I need a little quick boost, I could also use the front hub motor. So that was a backup, mainly for a backup and a little speed boost. And it works. It's actually working. I can probably safely say that you will not see another setup like this. And I have searched. I have not seen anybody do a dual motor setup with a hub motor and a mid-drive. I've seen dual hubs, but not a hub motor and a mid-drive. It made for an interesting combination. Would I do it again? Probably not. I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I did it, so it works. And I'm satisfied with it. I'm satisfied with it. The bike is definitely unique now. Put this down. Nice and neat, so the battery is bagged. I like this battery. It's been working very well so far. Like I said, I'm tempted to add a rear deck battery for a couple of reasons. You know, besides being a little crazy, uh, adding a second battery for greater range, number one, and number two, to be able to separate or combine the electrical systems through some manner of switching that I might build onto this box, whereby I can either operate both motors off this battery or both motors off this battery, or separate the two, so this will stay for the hub and this will stay for the this will stay for the mid-drive, this will stay for the hub. And I would imagine I would probably get even more speed out of this thing separating the batteries and the motors, because now you won't have two motors drawing down the voltage on this one battery, because the BMS will limit the power output to, I think, was it like 30 amps? So if this guy is already pulling 30 amps and I kick this guy in at full throttle as well, then it's going to cut down on the overall power. The BMS will keep it at 30 amps, and both of these motors will have to share what's left. So if I have a completely separate battery just driving the front hub, then both motors could get, in theory, full power at full throttle. That will be interesting. That will be interesting, and it would make this bike incredibly heavy. So I don't know. I put the deck in. We'll see what happens. So it'll be one of those slide-on batteries. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to fill you in. That's where I am with my e-bike build, which has been running very well. I just decided to try something new, to upgrade it, make it a little bit different. All right, thank you for viewing. Check y'all on the road. Bye.